Stephen Jones joins you now here on 105.3 The Fan. And a good afternoon, sir. How the heck are you?
Good. How you guys doing?
Man, we're great. We were just talking about how cool it'd be if you guys go off on the road there and win in Buffalo. How much more of a statement could you possibly make here in this one?
Well, this is a really good football team we're getting ready to play in the Bills. A lot of people had them, picked to go to the Super Bowl and win it preseason. And, as any team does along the way, you have some challenges. But, they got one of the best quarterbacks in the league in Josh Allen. They've got a great supporting cast. As any team does, you go through injuries, and they've had their share of that. But, this thing will be a handful for us. And then to boot, we've got to go up to Buffalo and play them. And you never know what you're going to get up there with that lake effect in Buffalo. And you got to deal with the Buffalo Mafia. So, we've got our work cut out for us. But, that's what we're trying to do right now is continue to improve each and every week, get cut some more of the chinks in terms of the armor and see if we can continue to get better. And obviously it'd be big to go up there and get a win on the road against, even though their record may not say it, I still think that they're one of the better teams in the league.
Yeah, really good. I mean, maybe even a tougher matchup than Philadelphia last week?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, everybody saw that game, and, they had every chance in the world to win it. And, they're just one of the top teams in the league. Anytime you got one of the best quarterbacks, which they do in Josh Allen, who's, just a big man. He can throw it around. He can beat you with his arm. He can beat you with his legs. This is going to be a challenge, whether it was in our place or their place. But unfortunately, we're going up there, but we'll embrace it. And it'll give us a chance to get better and improve as we head down the stretch here.
Yeah, you mentioned Josh Allen, who clearly is a big, strong running quarterback. Bills have made more of an emphasis running the football. I think that's something that you guys have tried to do is stop the run. No Hankins is a bummer, so a lot for Mozzie here. How confident are you that you guys have fixed some of those running issues that you've had defensively over the years?
Well, it's always something that people want to point to. Obviously we do a lot of things really good on the defensive side of the ball, and we probably get a little more than we deserve in terms of the run game. But between Hankins and Mozzie and Neville Gallimore and the rest of the crew, I think we've improved. And I think this is a great opportunity for Mozzie to step up. He's going to get more reps. Obviously, Gallimore will get more reps, and we're, going to figure out where we fill in from there. But, I feel good about this defense stepping up and doing a great job for us. I mean, Dan does such a good job of preparing the group, and I know we'll be ready, Mike and Coach Shoddy on the offensive side, and, continue to work that special teams phase. And, we just got to get better each and every week if we ultimately want to get to where we want to get to. So this is a great challenge, and we'll see how it goes.
Stephen, your offensive film has been a lot of fun to watch since the bye week. Are we going to learn one day when this is all said and done that what turned this thing completely around? What meeting happened? Who said what? Who stepped up? Is it that simple, or was it? I mean, was Mike? And I think Mike's turned into a great listener. Is there something magical that happened, or somebody say something to make this thing the way it's gone so far?
Everybody has an opinion. In my opinion, it's you evolve. And you evolve in this league. You evolve as a quarterback. I said the other day to somebody, that when Tony Romo retired, he was sick, literally sick at his gut because his body wouldn't keep going. But he felt if his body would, he'd be the best quarterback each year. He would only get better. And I think that's what's happening with Dak. He's evolving. Certainly, when you have a little change in terms of, what you're doing offensively and the philosophy, you evolve. So it's I just think you evolve. I don't think it's a magical moment where you say, aha. I do think the bye week helped us. I think Mike does a great job. He does the across the halls where, the defensive value, game plans the offense and vice versa. And, I think that really helped us. And certainly the combination became really, I give CD credit. He stepped up and said, I need the ball more, and he's gotten the ball more, and he's produced. And I just think, you evolve as the season goes. And Mike's a very seasoned, successful coach in terms of not only having success during the regular season, but then having playoff success. He's been to championship games. He's won Super Bowls right there at AT&T Stadium. We're fortunate to have him, and, he knows what it takes to go win one of these things. And I just think he's preparing this team for that. He knows how to take care of the players. He knows the reps they should be getting. He knows when to, in my opinion, when to go light, when to maybe push them a little bit. And we're fortunate to have a veteran coach like Mike really pushing this. And at the same time, Mike's a big proponent of when he told Jerry and I he wanted to call the plays. He goes, the biggest thing you need to know, if I'm going to call it, I've got to install it. And, he's a grinder. So he rolled up his sleeves and went back there and got with the guys. And, he's installed all of it. He knows it. And certainly Dak's evolving right into it as right before our eyes. And, he's got a lot of experience in this league. And, I think Dak's one of those guys you're going to continue to watch him improve each and every year. And that's what great ones do.
And he's doing a heck of a job teaching it. He and his guys, I think, Stephen, the interesting thing to me is it appears they're implementing things that have been around for a while in the NFL and maybe became a hot trend with McVay, 5 or 6 years ago. And a number of different OCs for the Cowboys have had a shot at putting Dak in those looks, and they just did not consistently. And now that they have, it seems like whoever is most responsible for that decision is a guy you couldn't afford to lose. That's how important I think Cowboys fans are looking at the schematic adjustments that have been made.
Well, it starts right at the top, in my opinion. It's Mike McCarthy, and at the same time, Mike would tell you, hey, I was right in there and supportive of Kellen every step of the way. And, obviously Dak had a lot of success when Mike walked in here, and I give him credit. He didn't want to upset the apple cart in terms of the success Dak was having and Kellen was having. But I think as he saw us, have success during the season, but then not necessarily take the next step, I just think, Mike's got a lot of confidence in the man in the mirror, and he stepped up, said, I think I can make a difference here, and he's done it, and he deserves the credit for he's the one making the calls. Everybody see it. He's got that call sheet working, and, I just think he's doing an amazing job and should deserve a lot of the credit. Now, at the end of the day, to me, the guy pulling the trigger is Prescott, and we all know what we think of Dak. We've always thought he was rare as a leader, and certainly now he's rare in terms of the way he's performing on the field. And, from my experience, when we did win, which, admittedly was a long time ago, but, when Troy and Norv and that crew got rolling, and it can be really good when they start going. So, I feel good about where we're headed, and, Dak's doing an incredible job. Everybody wants to fall in behind him and, let him lead this team, and he's doing a hell of a job doing it.
Competition committee question for you, Stephen. I saw Troy Vincent talking about the league potentially discussing amending the touchback rule regarding the fumbling through the end zone. I'm curious your perspective on that. I'm kind of like old school. I'm like, I don't want to see him change it, but I can understand the argument that maybe there needs to be a happy medium here. Where do you stand on that?
It's a tough one. I'm always a traditional guy because I'm like you a little bit. You get in this league and you hate to, you can be a little resistant to change because it's what made our game great. But it can also be what makes your game better. And, obviously it's a tremendous penalty for a guy to fumble the ball through the end zone, whereas if he fumbles it out of bounds at the half-yard line, the offense still has the ball. So I'm very open to a change in terms of, I'm one of 9 guys in there in the room that can recommend something to the membership, and then we're one of 32. But, I think it's something that deserves the conversation that it gets every year, and I think, it's probably going to get even more conversation in terms of, the input we're getting from the membership, and I think it's something that should be looked at really hard, and it's something that could be changed. And, it wouldn't bother me if it were changed, if we were to come up with something that's not so egregious in terms of the penalty you get when a ball gets knocked loose and goes into the end zone and out of bounds, in terms of, how much you penalize the offense on that play.
Well, have fun up there. Looks like today was pretty good prep there with the weather, huh? Pretty good preparation for what you're going to get on Sunday.
Oh, well, this could be exactly what we're looking at, but I think it'll be about 20 degrees cooler.
Ooh.
But here we come, and, they got to deal with it too, and we'll deal with it. And I feel good about our guys being prepared and ready to go.
That sounds good. Go kick their ass, Stephen. Hell yeah.
Hey, appreciate you guys. Always enjoy being on with you.